What's up? What's up? It is your girl, Miss Cat, your coach, accountability partner, and teacher. And we're here, episode 13.
Episode 13.
How you feeling today?
Well, it's your girl, LiShon the Don, of course. I'm feeling good. I'm really proud of us, dog. Like, I'm really proud of us.
We doing a thing. And I'm going to just say this to everybody. We've been getting a lot of feedback, a lot of support, and just love, man. So
we appreciate that.
For real. For those that have been following us since episode 1, we just adore you guys. Thank you so much. And we're going to keep rocking and rolling. So this show ain't going to be no different than any other show. We about to come with it. But before we do, I know y'all, for those that are tuning in on YouTube, because we stream this, everywhere. But if you on YouTube and you can see us, we got on these dope shirts. So, I just want to take note that strategy is the new hustle. Currency. Okay, strategy is the new hustle. Solution is the new currency. Those are the Miss Cat shirts. So by the time this airs, I don't know if y'all can get one, but look, just stay posted. One day they'll be available. But thank you guys again for just all the love and support. So let's jump in.
Okay, I'm ready.
Another topic.
Oh Lord.
You know how I do. Okay, I'll be thinking about these real long and hard before we get on this show.
Lay it on
okay. Me. All right. So, as you know, as check writers, we deal with a lot of things, right? And a lot of times people don't talk about the imposter syndrome. All right. So for those that don't know, imposter syndrome is just feeling like you're not good enough, like you're not qualified, like, you know what I mean? Like that you shouldn't be in that space for whatever reason, right? And for all the check cashers out there that's thinking about, coming up to this side of the fence, especially if you're new, you know what I'm saying, in whatever industry that you're in, you may encounter or feel that syndrome. You may feel that type of way. So I just thought today will be a good day for us just to talk about it. Like, imposter syndrome, how do you, tackle it when you feel it? And for me, I'm on the fence because a lot of us, we preach faking it till you make it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if I'm really an advocate of that. So let's kind of dive in, you know what I'm saying? And just kind of see where the conversation flows, because I know this can go a lot of different ways.
Yeah. I mean, I think as an entrepreneur, at least as a full-time one, I would say that you experience that the most when you get tasks, assigned with tasks that you may or may not have ever completed or started. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Been hired for. You have confidence in yourself, but then when you get on the job or start planning the job, you just kind of, you start questioning a lot of things. But that's that is definitely something that takes self-work. Like you have to, it's an inside job. Okay. I think dealing with imposter syndrome is an inside job. In order to get over it, me personally, I think that it is an inside job. But then when you have people who support you, they kind of help you get through that in a way. But ultimately, I think it's up to you.
Yeah, because, and I guess for me, what I try to kind of think about is there something more that I can do with myself to, you know what I mean? Like, so for example, me being a coach and mentor, right? A lot of my colleagues and a lot of people that I know, they go to get their doctorate. They want to have that doctor and that paper behind their name.
Okay.
And I've heard it, on both perspectives, like, oh, that's just a piece of paper, so on and so forth. Like, people ain't really caring about all that, you know what I'm saying? But then it's like, oh, I respect you more because you are Dr. So and so, such and so. So it's like, okay, if you're feeling inadequate or if you're feeling, like you're not good enough, is there more training or, more knowledge or more whatever that you can do, You know what I'm saying? So that way you can, feel better about yourself. However, like you said, when you have a new task or you're hired for something new, I don't think no coaching or like any knowledge will make you, feel until you actually do it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, till you actually combat that within yourself, is there enough preparation that can get you past that feeling?
Yeah. I mean, I personally think that what was one tip that helps me get through it is you are who you think you are. That's just it. You are who you think you are, and how people see you is how you work. You know what I mean? So your work, the fruits of your labor will speak for itself, so to speak. Like, I think that, it's a lot of pressure on you to be, I don't want to say perfect, but to be good, to be in the running with the best. And sometimes when you get hired for things, or, what somebody else's life-changing decision depends on what you tell them or what you teach them, then that is a lot to carry. You know what I mean? So
for sure.
At the same time, I just stay on your game. I don't think that it's not abnormal. It's not anything that hadn't happened to the best of us, so to speak. So it's an inside job. I got to keep going back to that. It's just an inside job.
Yeah. And I think about, like, when I had first, lost my job, 10 years ago, right? And I decided to go into film. Okay. And so when I decided to go into film, I kind of just jumped out there and was just networking and just doing my thing. But like, something inside of me, it wasn't because I was, doing red carpet, doing this, like, I was known, right, in the city, recognized, so on and so forth. But something inside of me was like, go to school and be better at this. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to lie, the first time that I was invited to a celebrity event and I had to get on the red carpet and interview, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I seen this person from the radio station and this person here. Am I good enough? You know what I'm saying? To be, be there.
But let me ask you this then. Like, I've watched you do trainings. I hear you say, you got a class, or you're always doing something to better yourself. How much different is it if you go to college? I have a college degree, and I think a lot of the experiences or the things that I've sought after on my own to educate or better myself has weighed more than that piece of paper.
That's a great point, because so you took me right where I was about to go. So when I was in school, like, the stuff that they was training us on, I'm doing it in real life. So it's just like, okay, you showing me this and showing me that. And I felt like, oh, maybe there's something I'm missing. Maybe I need to learn more to feel better. But at the end of the day, the same thing that they was teaching me, I already knew. So it's just like you said, technically it is an inside job. What makes you feel good enough to show up like that, like you own the room that you're supposed to be in? Because, like I said, I have a lot of people, that are doctorate, went to go get doctors and this, that, and the third. And the first thing they say is, man, it's just a piece of, like,
I was getting ready to say, buy you one, dog. If you feel like that, just buy you one. No, but all jokes aside, like, I think that the way that you've gone about it is it will help other people that are entrepreneurs that have families that don't have the time or the money to go to school. You know what I'm saying? Because you've done this without a college degree. So that's a testament in itself. You know what I mean? So I don't think that would make a difference. And I mean, just to go back to what we started this conversation on, I think that if you had a piece of paper, you're still gonna have that feeling inside of you that, hey,
it's inside
of you. Like, it's just normal. It's okay to feel like that. You know what I'm saying? You just got to keep telling yourself, it's okay for me to feel like this. And to me, it's almost like when I come out of that feeling, like, I feel good, because it's like, you know what? I knew I could do this from the start. why would I doubt myself?
That part.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I doubt myself in this moment that I feel like I've been given the opportunity, that God has given me the opportunity to be here? Like, why would I doubt myself when this is what I work for? Like, I wouldn't be qualified for whatever it is that I'm doing if I wasn't good enough.
And to your point, I definitely think that experience is one of the best teachers.
For sure.
You know,
I can agree with that.
I think experience is one of the best teachers. And on top of that, you always have to just, think to yourself, if you're having those self-doubt moments, why would they hire me if they didn't think that I was qualified or if they didn't think that I was good enough? So, sometimes you just have to encourage yourself, you know what I'm saying? And just know, like, I'm here for a reason. They hired me for a reason. They seen something in me. So, let your light so shine. But I do want to kind of counter this, though, because, I started off saying faking it till you make it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So at what point in time do we stop faking it till we make it? Or how, because I just feel like in some regard, especially if you're a check writer trying to transition into being a check casher, you're ready to, start a new business or entity.
Okay.
You don't have nothing, right? Okay. So do you have to kind of fake it until you make it to get going, and if you do that, does that kind of, I won't say tarnish your reputation, but will people look at you in a different way if they feel like
for those who live in that fake it till you make it thing, you better know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You better know how far to take that, because people will do their homework on you. People know you, So I think that if you show up as you, then you can give your best. If you show up as something that you aren't, how can you give your best? You know what I mean? Like, how can you grow and be what you want to be if you're pretending to be something that you're not?
And again, it might not be pretending, but for example, if this is my very first time doing something, I might have studied, I might have researched, I got confidence, but maybe, maybe I'm just not 100%.
Okay, let me say it like this. Let me say it like this then. When you started working and all this stuff, you turn in a resume. All of us have beefed up a resume.
That part.
Hey, all of us have beefed up a resume.
Gotcha.
But when I'm from an era where if you beef up that resume, you better be able to back it up.
That part.
Whatever it is that you put down.
That part.
So I think that it's okay to, if you're on one level and you say you're on another level, if you can produce, if you can back up, these things that you're saying, you safe.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You safe. You speaking things into existence. I'm gonna call it that.
Okay. Manifesting. We're manifesting.
You know what I mean? Like everybody want to use that word now, manifesting, but you're just speaking things into existence. I think that you're setting yourself up for greatness when you do that.
Okay.
But again, don't tell somebody, like in my industry, I wouldn't tell somebody that I can provide something that I can't. Yeah. I know I can't. I can't do it, because ultimately you're going to be the one with egg on your face.
That part.
Not, so it's only so much faking you can do. And I wouldn't even call it faking really. Again, it's just like telling people what you're capable of, but you're not speaking of it in a futuristic term, so to speak. You're saying you can do that right now.
Yeah.
But you're using your confidence to write the check.
That part. I was about to say,
you're using your confidence to write the check for that.
Yeah, so you're not out there with wild flights of fancy. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, have I done this before? No. But yes, I'm capable.
I'm capable.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? And that brings me to another thing too, because when I first started out here in Houston, I used to tell people, my clients, to go and look at my work and see my skill level. You know what I'm saying? Base it off of my skill level. So if my skill level is something that you're interested in, then we can move forward. Or if you see something in my skill level that makes you feel like I can get it done, then we can do business. You know what I'm saying? So it's I'm telling you, I feel like it's about backing up what you can, what you say you can do.
So in that same scenario where you say, hey, look me up, look at my skill level, but what if I just started out? What if I just started doing decor yesterday?
Well, first of all would like to thank AI, because you don't have to be like you just started out. I'm just going to be honest.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
But see, to me, that's kind of like faking it till you make it. But hey,
we're going back to...
So now we're beefing up. Okay, so
beefing up that resume.
Beefing up that resume. Okay, so I just want to make sure that, we giving them the right steps. So, Per LiShon the Don. Like,
I stand on that. I stand on that.
All right.
Stand on that.
So step number 1, if you don't have nothing, you're going to go to AI and we're going to make basically a resume.
Make a resume.
What I'm saying? Some form of resume. But again, if you're going to make something, make sure that you can really do it. So It's a difference between it's something that I just never done, but it is in my skill set, versus I'm just out here just telling people, just winging it. Okay, so let's be clear on that. All right.
Clear.
But if you can do it, you just never done it before, find a way. There's so many tools out there for you to, put a portfolio, put something together, and then just let experience be its teacher. So what that means is the imposter syndrome, if I was doing decor, especially because I don't do decor, right? Okay. If I do my first event, I'm going to have that imposter syndrome. Am I good enough? Blah, 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 blah. That's going to be natural. So some things naturally happen. This is your first rodeo. You're going to naturally feel that type of way. But the more events that you do, I'm just using events for example, but whatever it is that you do, right? Mm-hmm. The more that you do it, the better that it's going to become. Yeah. And then from there, you can grab testimonials. You can grab real life, experience, right? To get you, going. But the point of the matter is, and I just want to hone back into the topic, you will get that imposter syndrome.
For sure.
Like, it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
And so what we're trying to do today is just gear you and equip you with some tools, and some information. So when it comes and you feel that type of way, okay, this is normal. This is natural. Let me.
Because again, it's an inside job. So if you know this ahead of time,
that part,
you can self-talk your way through this. You can do the things that you need to do. You can look back on all of the things that you've done and say, you know what? It's brought me to this very moment. It's brought me to this moment, so I can move in confidence. I can move in confidence on this and know that I can complete the task. And you're gonna sit back and be like, you know what? I'm even better than I thought.
That
you know
part,
what I'm saying? You're gonna be able to pop it. You're definitely gonna be able to pop it, because also too, somebody else sees something in you that you may not be seeing in yourself.
That part.
So I mean, it's your winning season. If this is you with imposter syndrome today, you in your season.
This your season.
This your season.
And just, keep in mind that we all have to start somewhere. Like the biggest, the best, the baddest, the creme de la creme, they started just where you are, right? So at the end of the day, just combat that feeling internally and keep pressing. Don't, even if, you might mess up and embarrass yourself. You might slip up and do something that was like, dang, whatever. But don't give up. Keep going. Keep pressing, because, we all have to start somewhere, and you can't get to be the biggest, the better, the best, and the baddest if you quit.
Right.
For sure.
Right. Like that sums it up.
For sure.
That really sums it up. I mean, you just got to keep going. You're going to get better every single time. So, I mean, being able to just keep going is what's going to matter the most.
For sure.
You just can't quit.
Yeah.
Like you said, you don't wake up one day and you're amongst the best. You work to be amongst the best.
Yes.
And I think too, also just jumping back a little bit, like having you some entrepreneur friends.
Yeah.
Not ones that's, I wouldn't say not in your industry. It's okay if it's in your industry, but having some that's in another industry is good. Because I think, like, even with our friendship, you know, it's been a help to me when I felt like that, to have, you know, someone I can just say, you know what, I'm feeling like this, and just to help boost, you know, just boost my confidence a little bit more. So I think that that's another thing that I would add too. Just make sure that you know, you get you a team. So
for sure. So just to land the plane, today we were talking about imposter syndrome, you know, not feeling good enough, especially, again, specifically for your check writers out there that are thinking about crossing over and becoming I'm sorry, I said it the wrong way. I meant to say, y'all, check cashers.
Becoming check writers.
Becoming check writers.
Right.
You know, we
got you.
I appreciate that. See, y'all jumping in. You see what I'm saying? The circle. We need the circle to, you know, to get our back. But anyway, so for you check cashers that are trying to cross over to this side, it's going to happen. We're just trying to equip you and prepare you. And I would say, first of all, definitely get some education. If you feel in some type of way, get you some education in the background. Some things require a certification or some paperwork behind what you do. Get the paperwork.
And get you a little goal sheet.
Yeah.
And just start checking off stuff. And, you know, that you've completed, you know, that you need to complete. Because the more the more you get into what it is that you need to do, the better you're going to be.
You're going to feel.
Yeah.
Because that's what's going to boost up your confidence. So that way, when you do show up day one, and it's your very first time, you're going to be like, oh, no, I'm trained. I'm ready. Just like, you know, if you was going to go fight, you going to, you know, train to get to it. So the fight is that event or whatever it is that you're, you know, looking to do. So just make sure that you train as best way you can. Make sure that you're ready. Make sure you have a circle of people that's going to motivate you and keep you lifted. But also, you know, you got to do the work internally to make sure that you feel confident amongst yourself. Yeah. All right. Y'all good with that? I think we good with that.
I'm good with that.
All right. No, cool. So I'm Miss Cat, your coach, accountability partner, and teacher.
And I'm LiShon the Don.
And we're both sides of the check.